Hey, great morning to you all. I hope that you've all woken up grateful to be alive again another day. And I hope that you've set a high vibe by reminding yourself of all of the things that you have to be grateful for in your life. And I hope when you've been seeing limits, you're getting creative. And I hope when you're seeing any kind of obstacle, you're taking the time to learn. And I hope when you're seeing setbacks, you're assessing. And you're redirecting your energies. Okay? But most of all, I hope you're practicing the pause. All right? I want you to understand that everything is in perfect design. There is nothing that happens to you that is not meant to happen. Everything is geared for your learning. No matter how easy it is to endure or how hard it is to endure. Everything is for learning. What is the learning? The learning is unique to your own being about the things that you need to learn for you, which has nothing to do with another. Mind you, a lot of people bring lessons into our life. Yes, they do. Hey, great morning, Paris. Love you. Have an amazing day. Yeah, so everything is in perfect design. Everything. And sometimes we think that it's only the good stuff that happens to us that's a blessing. But it's not. Everything is a blessing for our learning. No matter what it is. So yeah, there's a lot of hard stuff we got to deal with. But that makes you stronger. That gives you more determination. That fuels your endurance. That gives you your strength. I love you, girl. I really do. I'm so happy to see your posts and stuff. I love you. I look for you every day. I tell you. But guys, everything is in perfect design. Everything. And you may question yourself about, oh, why do I have to live this? Why do I have to live that? Well, instead of questioning that, ask yourself what the lesson is that you're supposed to be learning. So you don't find yourself repetitively dealing with the same things over and over again because you haven't picked up the lesson. Nothing is designed to break you. Everything is working in your favor, no matter what it is. It's our perception of things because we are unique beings. So how I see something is mine alone. How I am is mine alone. Who I am is mine alone. And that goes for every single one of you. And every single one of our lessons are different. Because what you've had to experience versus what I've had to experience is of a different magnitude. But it's all for learning. So never doubt yourself. Never think that you're not enough because of the things that are happening to you. Never think that you're not worthy of anything good just because of the hardships that you have to live. I want you to face everything head on and find the learning. Because there's learning in everything. But the learning is to make us better beings. And to make it easier for us to maneuver through our experience. And our lessons can be hard. Big Head, I hear you. Stop that. Okay, our lessons can be hard. But everything is in perfect design. Hey, top of the morning, Gee. Love you lots. Have a magical day. So yeah, guys, don't always think that it's just the great things that happen that are blessings. Because the shitstorms are blessings too. They really are. But we're not meant to doubt ourselves, shame ourselves, blame ourselves, all of that stuff that comes with these shitstorms. Simple. They're all blessings. Everything, no matter how hard things are to endure or how great things are, it is all for learning. And nothing but. And what are you learning to do? You're learning to get the most out of your experience. You're learning to not let things bother you. You're learning to empower your own being. You're learning your own strength. You're learning your own capacities. You're learning your own And there's nothing more of an adventure than figuring yourself out. Okay? Really. But you got to take the time to do it. Because you may think, oh yeah, I know myself. But unless you can unconditionally love yourself and not pick yourself apart, well then, hey, you don't really know yourself yet. When you truly get to know yourself, then you'll be able to be grateful for your being. And you'll be able to appreciate everything that you are capable of. And you're going to start trusting yourself instead of anybody else telling you anything. It doesn't matter what we have to live, but it does matter whether we seek the learning or not. You guys, you got to get the most out of your experience. And how do you do that? Well, you be unconditionally loving to yourself first, no matter what. Don't pick yourself apart. Don't say, oh, I love this about myself, but I really don't like this. No. Do not split yourself apart. Love yourself totally. Wholeheartedly. Take a look at yourself and find the things that you want to change, and you can do that. I have to take my boy to school. Have an awesome day. Hey, love you lots. Have an awesome day. Sending loads of love your way. But serious, guys, I encourage you all to harness your beings and understand that everything is in perfect design. You are meant to live whatever it is that you have to live. But it's not meant to break you in any shape, way, or form of it, no matter how it appears. And it may seem crazy, but no. The energies of this universe work always in our favor. So all of the things that we have to live, whether it's hard or not, it is dependent on our own perspective and our own free will about how we're going to govern ourselves through it. And there's nothing that can happen to you outside of you that should break you or make you feel any kind of way. And if it does, well, then you've given it permissions to do so, because there's nothing outside of you that can make you feel any way unless you grant it permission. I know that, yeah, I got a lot of shit that I got to deal with on a daily basis. But I'll tell you something, I'm okay through it all. Why? Because I seek the learning. I don't care how hard it is. I would prefer it to be hard, because then I'm focused and my attention is there for the learning. Because when something's hard, oh boy, it has my attention. But if something's easy, oh, I just breeze through it nonchalantly and I don't take it seriously. So let it be hard for me. That's okay. I will learn my biggest lessons from that. Listen, guys, I want to encourage you all to understand that there's nothing happening to you. First of all, everything is designed and meant to be. No matter what it is you have to live. Regardless. And that's why I say have a bring it on attitude. Don't shy away from nothing. Nothing. Because you're cheating and you're robbing yourself out of the lessons you need to level up. I personally will never cheat and rob myself out of those experiences and lessons. Things are not always supposed to be easy. You think it's easy breaking generational curses that have been handed down like water to drink? No. And those of you who aren't aware of generational curses, well, it's all the hurt and trauma and everything that's been handed through the generations and unhealed. Coupled in with a lot of other stuff too. It's not just that. Create yourself who you want to be today, regardless of what you have to live. No matter what, you can be okay. Seek the learning in everything. Know that you are enough, you are valid, you matter, and you're worthy. And don't let anybody or anything else tell you or make you feel any different. Because I'll say it again. Those things that mask themselves in the hardships are some of the greatest lessons to acquire. Don't shy away from anything because it's hard. Bring them on. I encourage you all today to own your power. And don't let anything make you feel not okay. No matter what it is. Because there is nothing greater than the power of your soul that's given you life. But are you owning your power? Because when you do, you understand that everything is in perfect design. How do you know? Because when you're tapped into the flow of what's really fueling you, oh, you know better. And that's when you have to forgive yourself. Big head, can you stop? Thank you. Sorry, my dog is really trying to buckle onto my nerve this morning. But even that, I'll be okay. But seriously, once you tap into your own power and you know you're enough and you're here for a reason and there's nothing outside of you that is greater than the power of your soul, you're going to seek every single lesson that is coming your way, no matter how it's disguised. And a lot of people say, oh, how can hardships be blessings? Well, they are. Because it's the biggest turning point for us. Because while you're sitting on your high, drifting through that, you think you're going to make changes? No. You got to feel the hardships. And you got to feel the hurt. And you got to be fed up of feeling like that and do something about it for yourself. And once you do, and you start getting real with yourself and everybody in your life and all of the permissions that you've given people and things, and everything's going to change for you. But everything is in design. So don't think that the universe is working against you because you're having a hard time. You're having a hard time because it's meant to be like that. For reminders and lessons. Because I'll say it again. While you're drifting on your high, while you're not reminded of your strength, your determination, your capacities, your power, none of that, because you're drifting on a high. You got to feel those lows so that you're reminded of all of the things that you're not feeling while you're drifting on your high, and vice versa. Nothing's working against us. It's so you can get to know who you are, what you're meant to do, and what capacities you have as an individual. Because I hate to tell you, but you've been brainwashed to believe everything but that. So tap into your own power. Let it guide you. Let it steer you. Seek the lessons, because I promise you it is all in perfect design. No matter what you have to live. But what you do have to do for yourself during it all is love yourself unconditionally, no matter what. And understand there is nothing outside of you that is greater than the power of your soul ever. And the only time it feels like that for us is when we're giving it that permission to be like that. Because anything can happen, and it's your own mindset about it, and how you're seeking the lessons or not, or whether you're allowing it to cripple you or not, or whether you're allowing it to stunt your life or not, that's all on you. The only person that you can change in this world is yourself. The only person in this world that you can destroy is your own being. And that's of your own free will. Because that's the only thing that we do have here, is free will for our own choices. Okay? To be whoever we want to be throughout this experience. Get right with your own beings, get right with your own power, because you deserve that. And you are enough. And you are worthy and you're valid, because you don't need to be a guru or a monk or a Buddhist or a whatever else humanly label you want to put on it to justify it for your being. Regular people like you and I, every single person has a soul, a magnificent soul that's a infinite unconditional love that loves you no matter what you're doing. So the energy of your being loves you no matter what you've lived. No matter what. No matter what choice you made for yourself this morning, you're loved. So don't sit there feeling unloved by people who don't even have it right within their own beings. Don't give permissions to feel not enough. No. Own your being, own your power, own your greatness, and you're going to see the capacities. You will get in touch with what you're capable of doing. And yes, you are capable of being okay no matter what. And yes, you are capable of empowering yourself with your own greatness. And yes, you can validate your own being by telling yourself good things. I encourage you all to do it. Seriously, there's nothing working against us, even if it's hard. So get that right, and you're going to see things are going to change. It is as hard as we believe it will be. A lot of people have said to me, Tobi, you've been through a lot. How do you even keep going? You know why? Because I know it was all meant to be. And I know that my hardest hits in life have been the best things for me. I know my energy. I live with it. So how could my learning not be as intense? I say bring it on. Because universe, you're always working in my favor. You are fueling me with an infinite, unconditional love and the power of the all-knowing. How could I not be okay? During anything, bring it on. Guys, it's all in perfect design. And yeah, you got to live the certain things you got to live, but you already knew this when you accepted your life experience here. When you signed up for your soul contract, you knew exactly what you had to live. So don't sit there today and believe that the universe is just doing something to you. No. And you want to sit there and say, oh, why me, why me? No, why not you? You signed up for it just as much as anybody else did. Just don't be so hard on yourself during it. That's the key. Believe that you are enough. Believe that you have the power in you to do anything. Anything. That's how I get through it. I know nothing will stop me. Nothing. As long as I am breathing and I am given life and I remain grateful for my experience, I would love to say it. There ain't nothing taking me out of here until I'm ready. And I got a lot of life left to live. So I encourage you all to get right within your beings. And don't worry about what's happening outside of you, because it's all in perfect design. Seriously. Don't ever think the universe or your soul is working against you, because it's not. What's working against you is your own damn self. Stop working against your own being. And don't worry about who accepts you or who thinks what about you or all the opinions because you've changed. Forget all of that. Nobody else is living in your skin. So you matter the most in your experience. Nobody but you. Guys, I encourage you all to get it right today for your own being and understand that you can live and endure anything. Why? Because you're valid, you're worthy, and you are more than enough. And you're here for a reason. Today is a brand new day. You're a brand new person. Why? Because you lived yesterday. So if you didn't wake up wiser today, well, shame on you. Seriously. But that's not even for me to say, because that's your own being and your choices that you make. But I know that every morning that I wake up and I know I've been given another day, well, guess what? My number one goal for today is to be a better being than I was yesterday. That's all. Okay? And that's all I have to do. For who? For me. Why? Because I matter just as much as every single one of you does. Seriously. I love you all. I want you guys to get the most out of your experience, and this is why I rattle the cages, to shift that mindset. Because everything is in perfect design. There's nothing working against you, and there's nothing happening to you. If you're stuck in that mindset, it's because you're happening to you. And nothing but. So I'd like you to correct that for your own being. Not for me. Because what another does, hey, I hold space in my being every day. Actually, you know what? Let me read my... See? This is me. When I get these vibes, I write stuff down. So, within my being, I will hold space for acceptance of another's free will without it meaning enough to me to affect me. So mote it be. Acceptance is key. This is the stuff I write down for myself. Okay? Why? Because there's nothing happening to me. And everybody has a free will. But I also needed to be reminded of that. So I did that for myself. Right here at my desk. So I encourage you all today too, if you got to write stuff down, do it. Do it. I do it all the time. Why? Because I matter. And if I need simple reminders to keep my space within my being at a correct vibe, I will. And that's okay, because that's on me. Nobody else. Encourage y'all to do the same, because there's nothing wrong with writing things down. Actually, when you're writing things down, you are making them be. A little more firmly than just saying it and wishing it. No. You're giving it life. I gave that life by writing that on me, just like all of my tattoos. Anything that's on me, tattooed on me, is I gave it life. And I've been living it ever since. Anyway, guys, I love you all. I want you to get the most out of your day and out of your experience. And I want you to stop thinking anything's happening to you, because it's your own being that's happening to you and nothing else. It's your own mindset. It's your own perception of things. It is your own... Whether you're stuck in a poor me syndrome or not, whether you're having a pity party or not, that's all on you. Nobody's doing that to you. Be a better being for yourself and everybody attached to you today and always. Why? Because you matter the most in your experience and nobody else. I love you all. You're sourced by an infinite, unconditional love that loves you no matter what choices you're making, eh? Because the universe also knew that it gave you your experience, giving you free will and choice. And that's why you're unconditionally loved. Because I hate to tell you, the universe already knew you'd fuck up along the way somewhere. That's why you have free will. But you also have the free will to realign and connect back with what is giving you life. And that's on you. Make the right choice for yourself today, because yes, you are valid. And yes, you are worthy. And yes, you are here for a reason. So get it right. Guys, when you see a limit, get creative. When you see an obstacle, take the time to learn. I can't stress that enough. It is not just good things that come to us that are blessings. Understand that. Blessings come disguised in many, many facets. But if you're not seeking the learning and you're not trying to get the most out of your experience, you're not going to understand your blessings either. Guys, when you see a setback, assess. Redirect your energies. The universe is never working against you. Never. Most of all, practice the pause. I don't want you guys reacting to things coming from any kind of internal reaction that you shouldn't be having to begin with. Because you cannot manage your own emotions. Or you don't have any kind of comprehension of really how your own brain works. Do the research. Guys, get the most out of your day. I'll remind you again, nothing is happening to you. Everything is in perfect design. And that's why everything happens in divine timing. And you can't rush anything. I love you all. Get the most out of your day. Set a high vibe. Don't give permissions to anything external to shift your wellness. Because yes, you are enough. But create a state of being okay for yourself. Why? Because you matter the most. And if you can't believe that, well, I can't make you believe that. I love y'all. Have a great day. Peace.